We are going to start lying down. So we're going to start lying down on the back. I'm going to do a little bit of muting because I'm recording. And so when I'm recording, morning mumta, when I'm recording, I will mute so that we don't get the feedback. Oops, I'll put some music on. All right, so having a lie down onto the back, and we'll close the eyes. And we'll take a nice deep breath in and a very slow breath out. TGIF is one of those, it's a big week. So as you lie with your arms alongside the body, feet slightly turned out, shoulder blades apart, take another deep, full breath in. Hold the breath in for a moment and then maybe even a sighing breath out, breathing out through the mouth. We'll do it again. Take a big breath in and then an exhale through the mouth. And once more, breathing in and a long, slow breath out. On your next breath in, take your arms overhead. Stretch the arms behind. Really stretch out. Exhale, bring it back down. And one more big breath in. And this time as you breathe out, let's bring the knees to the chest. Bring the nose to the knees. Give it a big squeeze. Then lower your head down. Take the arms out wide. Keep your knees close to the chest. So we'll take the legs over to the right, almost to the ground. And then take the legs to the left and let your head turn in the opposite direction. Keep going side to side, keeping the knees close to the chest, turning the head as you go. Let's go to the right, and we'll take the legs all the way to the ground and bring your hand to your knee. Close your eyes for a few breaths here. Let's take the legs to the other side all the way across and then hold it here. And then come back to the center. Okay, we're going to keep the knees bent, feet on the ground. Take your hands underneath your bottom. Tilt the pelvis back. We'll do a little bit of warming. Now slide your left leg out, raise your right leg up. From here, keeping your core engaged, begin to lower the leg towards the ground, hovering it above the floor. Bring the leg in and raise it up. So just keep moving with that cycling movement. Core engages. Okay, once more. And then we'll take that leg all the way to the ground. Let's raise the other leg up. Hold it here. Exhaling it down, bring it in, raise it up. Okay, and once more. And bring it in. Now bring both legs in. So you're keeping your hands underneath your bottom, both knees closer to the chest. Keep the knees together and now reach the legs fairly close to the floor. Raise the leg to the ceiling. Bring the knees in. Extend the legs out, keeping them pretty close to the floor. Raise the legs out. So we're just reversing that movement and working with both legs here. Shoulders stay relaxed. Try to keep the back down. Just one more like this. And then take the legs all the way down the mat. Relax, have the palms turned up. Close your eyes for a moment. Just feel that warmth kind of radiating out through the body. A little bit of waking up going on. We'll take another inhale, stretch back with both arms, and then as you exhale, make your way to a sitting position. We're going to sit with straight legs here. Have the feet a little bit apart, maybe hip width apart. Take both arms to the ceiling, and then exhale, just touching wherever you end up. Taking the inhale again. And exhale again for the touch. Sinking into it. Once more, breathing in. This time as you come forward, we're going to hold it. Now, we don't have to pull on anything. We don't have to make this a really, really strong pull. We're just holding. And then close your eyes and let it soften. We take that inhale, raising the arms to the ceiling, releasing the arms down. Let's butterfly the legs. The soles of the feet come together, bring it nice and close, holding onto the toes. We're going to do a little bob up and down with the knees. Just take a moment to feel that groin inner thigh area. And then we take an inhale, lift the knees high, sitting taller. And then exhale, using either your elbows to press down onto your thighs, or you can bring your forearms in front of your shins. Tuck the chin in a little here. We come out of that position once again. Now straighten out the legs again. Take your hands behind so your fingers are pointing in towards the bottom. Draw the shoulders back, push into the hands, lift up out of the chest as you're looking down. The arms are strong, looking to your toes. Hold it here. Just stay with this. Keep squeezing shoulder blades together. Then slowly lift your gaze, point your toes, press into your heels, lift up by pressing your heels into the ground. Try squeezing your bottom, press strongly through the arms. And then we come back down with the bottom, raising your arms up, breathing in, and then folding forward again. Just notice how the forward bend is a little bit easier to do this. We're going to take the inhale again, raising the arms, and take your hands behind. Now bring your feet closer here. And then from here, squeeze and lift the hips. In this position, press into the floor, squeeze your glutes, use your arms, and then bring the bottom back down. Slide the legs out, raise your arms up, come back into your forward bend. We do this again, breathing in, hands are behind, fingers are pointed towards the bottom, bend the knees, bring the feet close, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the hips up, press into the floor with your feet and your hands. Hold, and then bring it down. Good, straighten out the legs, raise the arms, one more forward bend. This time, see if you can get a bit further into the forward bend. So send your sternum forward, lengthen your spine, and get a little closer. Okay, one more breath. Then we take that big inhale, raising the arms. Now stay sitting here for a moment with the toes pulled back, knees pressing to the floor, contracting the back muscles, lifting the pelvic floor, strong through the arms. Hold this position. Take one more breath. And then we release the arms down. And let's come around to the back of the mat, and we'll go into child's pose for a few breaths. Extending forward, walking the fingertips out a little bit further, bottom back. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Okay, come up to hands and knees. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And in your own time, move through a few cat flows here. So see if you can coordinate the breath and the movement together. Now from here, come into a flat spine. Bring the shoulders back away from the ears. Tuck your toes, come up to the mountain. Little march on the spot here. Take your time, really slowly pressing each heel into the mat. Spread the toes a little. We'll take one more breath. We'll bring both heels towards the mat. You can still keep your knees bent. Press through strongly through the arms. Send your sit bones high. And now take 2 or 3 breaths like this. If you can, keep breathing in and out through the nose. And then ease back down to the knees. We're going to step the right leg forward between the hands. Now, as you come forward, open up through the hip, lift up through the gaze. And again, a few breaths. And let's come back to the mountain. Exhale. Come back to the knees and step the left leg forward. Opening up, hip flexor. Lengthen through the spine. We're going to use the back foot to kick off and step to the front. Unlock the knees, grab hold of the elbows. Rest your elbows against the top of the knees. Take a few moments hanging here. You want your bottom fairly high and your weight to your toes, your head hanging. A nice decompression for the spine. Then we sit back to the heels, press your hands into the floor, into your knees, and then coming up. All right, let's keep the feet fairly wide. Unlock your knees and just do a little rotation here. Swinging around. And then we come back into center. The feet come closer together. We're going to bring the hands together into a prayer position. So come to Pranamasana. Pranam is a salutation. So here with your eyes closed, you're actually bringing that salutation into yourself. And also bring in a salutation to your practice. So keep the eyes closed, keep that touch between the two hands, soften the knees, connect to the breath. And particularly here with your hands together, your thumbs might be touching the breastbone. Take the focus to the breath at the heart space. This is Anahata Chakra. So take your focus here to the heart space. As you take your next inhale, raise your arms up, push out of your feet, and then just lift your gaze, stretch back with your arms, and stay here for a moment. Now take your focus to the throat. This is Vishuddhi Chakra, the throat center. So take your focus here for a moment. Breathing into that space. Then we fold forward. You can grab your ankles if you like, or just resting the hands, tucking the chin in, folding forward. And this time take your focus to the pubic bone sacral area, Swadhisthana Chakra. Hold and focus here. I'm going to step back with the right leg, bringing the knee to the ground, opening up through the hips, lifting the gaze, and take your awareness and your gaze to the center of the forehead or the eyebrow center. I'm going to focus here at Agnya Chakra. Imagine a breath here. And then tuck your toes, push to the mountain, press back again. And then tuck your chin in a little bit more than you normally would. And the focus here is at the throat, at Vishuddhi Chakra, that throat center. Let's come down to the knees. Now you're going to shift your weight into your hands. We're going to come down and just kind of stay there for a moment. So you're not actually going to lower completely. If you can, stay in this pose where the elbows are tucked in. This is called Ashtanga Namaskar. So we hold it for a second. The focus is at the navel, at Manipura. And then we slide into that cobra position. And now the focus is at Swadhisthana, the sacral. Then we come back to the mountain. And remember, mountain is the same as downward dog. It's just from the northern Indian style. You can tuck your chin in here and focus back at Vishuddhi, at the throat. And then we take a big step forward with the left leg, bringing the back knee down. Lifting the gaze, focusing at the eyebrow center, Agnya Chakra. You could even close your eyes and take the focus even more inward into the center of the head. And then we step to the front of the mat, folding forward, and again taking the focus to Swadhisthana, that sacral area. Then we press through the feet and take the arms up, push out of the feet and take the focus to the throat, to Vishuddhi. And we bring the hands back to prayer and we come back to Anahata, the heart space. Just take your time, and each time just take your focus to that space, at Anahata, the heart space. And then we go up, raising the arms, and we just focus here at the throat to be aware of this space. And then we come forward, and we take the focus to that sacral pubic bone area, Swadhisthana. Hold it here and breathe into that space. We'll take the left leg back, bring the knee down, and come through, lifting the gaze. Again, you can focus inward. You might even close your eyes and take your focus to right into the center of your head. And then we go back to the mountain, pressing away, tucking the chin in, focusing at Vishuddhi, at the throat. Come down to the knees. So we're going to lower the chest and hold Ashtanga Namaskar. So see if you can hold this just briefly, chest towards the ground, focusing at the navel at Manipura. Pull the navel in, then come through to Cobra, back to Swadhisthana, to that sacral area. And then back to the mountain, Vishuddhi, at the throat. This time we take the right leg forward, back knee down, back to Agni Chakra, the eyebrow center. Stepping to the front of the mat, Swadhisthana, at the sacrum, sacral area, pubic bone. Coming all the way up, taking the arms overhead, focusing back at Vishuddhi, at the throat. And the hands come to prayer position, Anahata, at the heart space. Close your eyes for a moment here. Breathe into that heart space. Okay, we're going to move through this again. A little bit quicker this time. Let's see if you can keep bringing your focus to those points. Raising your arms, focusing at Vishuddhi, at the throat. Folding forward, Swadhisthana, sacrum, right leg back. Inhale as we lift the gaze, Agnya, eyebrow center. And back to the mountain, Vishuddhi, at the throat. Coming down to the knees. Lowering the chest, briefly pause Manipura at the navel, then come through Swadhisthana, sacrum. Come back to the mountain, Vishuddhi, at the throat. Stepping the left leg forward, Agni Chakra, eyebrow center. Step to the front, Swadhisthana, sacrum. Coming all the way through, Vishuddhi, at the throat. Back hands to prayer, Anahata, at the heart space. Hold it here, Anahata. Raise your arms, Vishuddhi, at the throat. Fold forward. Swadhisthana, sacrum. Left leg back, Agni Chakra, eyebrow center. Back to the mountain, Vishuddhi, at the throat. Come down to the knees, briefly pause Manipura at the navel, then come through Swadhisthana, at the sacrum. Back to the mountain, Vishuddhi, at the throat. Right leg forward, Agni Chakra, eyebrow center. Step to the front, Swadhisthana. And then coming all the way up, Vishuddhi, at the throat, Anahata, hands to prayer. Close your eyes, take a breath. We're going to do one more round, and I'm just going to name the chakras. So you just follow the normal sequence. Okay, so raise the arms, Vishuddhi. Come forward, Swadhisthana. Right leg back, Agnya. Back to the mountain, Vishuddhi. Knees, chin, chest, Manipura. Come through, Swadhisthana. Back to the mountain, Vishuddhi. Left leg forward, Agnya. Step to the front, Swadhisthana. Come all the way up, Vishuddhi. Hands to prayer, Anahata. Hold it here at Anahata. Raise the arms, Vishuddhi. Fold forward, Swadhisthana. Left leg back, Agnya. Step back to the mountain, Vishuddhi. Come down to the knees, Manipura. Come through, Swadhisthana. Back to the mountain, Vishuddhi. Right leg forward, Agnya. Step to the front, Swadhisthana. Come all the way up. Inhale, Vishuddhi. Hands to prayer. Pause at Anahata, the heart space. Breathe into the heart space. Take one more breath here. So we're staying at Anahata. And we're going to separate the feet so they're hip width apart. And then we're going to take 1 foot back and 1 foot forward. Not a huge step, so it's not like we're setting up for a warrior pose. Just comfortably 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Hands come to the hips. Square off the hips. Unlock that front knee. And then fold forward. Stick your bottom out. So your tailbone goes back. Hold it here. Keep pressing into the front foot and pull back with the right hip. So you just level with the floor. Hold for a second and then push the floor away, come back up. Now you've got an option. You can bring your hands behind your back, or you can bring your fingers up between your shoulder blades. Okay, so you're doing a reverse prayer position with the fingertips up between the shoulder blades. We've got the same position. The front knee is bent, hips are square, hinging forward, tailbone back. Okay, so just level with the floor. Now try straightening that leg just a little bit, that front leg. Keep breathing into the chest. If you can come forward even more, lowering the nose towards the knee. Arms can just be behind the back or in that reverse prayer position. Planting both feet into the floor. Just work on that front leg straightening a little. Keep the breath flowing. Take one more breath like this. Bend the front knee, press the floor away coming up. And then release the arms down. Okay, let's just switch the feet. So again, not too wide a step, not too far apart, but keep them, so you keep them on the train track, but not too wide. Hands onto the hips. Unlock that front knee. Hinging forward, and we're just level with the floor. So we're just parallel with the floor, with the upper body. Press a little bit into the back leg. Hold it here. So nice stretch in the hamstring as well. And then we come up and hold it here. And your hands can either be behind your back or back into that reverse prayer position. Fingertips coming up between the shoulder blades, palms touching. Square the hips, unlock the knee. Lead with your chest. Come forward and stay there. And now just in your own time, you can see if you can get a little closer to that front leg. You can work to get the front leg a little straighter. The back leg stays like an anchor. And then just breathe easy. Take another 2 or 3 breaths like this. Bend the front knee, press into both feet as you come back up. Good. Release the hands, give a little bit of a roll through the shoulders and step back to the front of the mat. It's a goodie, it's a biggie, that one. Okay, so we're standing to the front of the mat, the feet are back to hip width apart, and just stand in stand well posture for a moment. Knees are unlocked, tail slightly down, chest open, tall through the crown, the chin is level with the floor. Just take a moment to connect. I'm going to take a little bit of weight towards your right leg and just place your left foot on the ground behind you with the toes touching the floor. Okay, nice strong core. So you're standing strong, pushing out of the back leg. And then from here, bring that leg up and see if you can grab the foot. If you can grab it around the inside. Raise your right arm up, have your thumb and index finger touching. Squeeze your glute a little bit and press the foot back as you raise the other arm up. So we're going to do reach upwards, press into the hand, find a focus point, and then if you can, begin to tip just a little bit at a time. Reaching in the top arm, pressing the foot back into the hand. Doesn't matter where you end up. Ease it back, whoops, and then bring it back down. I was quite impressed with that up, not so impressed with that down. So take a moment, shift some weight towards the left leg. Take the right leg and just touch the floor behind. Keep lifting upwards and holding. And we slowly shift. Grab the foot. Raise your arm. You can have your thumb and index finger touching here. Press your foot back into your arm a little bit. Squeeze your glute, lift your chest. Slowly start to tip forward. Ease it back, take your time, bring that foot back down. Very good. So let's stay standing. We're going to take the arms straight out to the front and come up onto the toes. Slowly, slowly come down with the heels still off the ground. And then see if you can just rest with your hands to your knees. Take a few moments just here. Heels are off the ground. We're going to take the fingertips to the floor, rocking the feet. So shift the weight forward and back a little bit. Then we're going to sit back again with the hands onto the knees. Stay there. Now we're keeping the heels off the ground. Raise your arms up and intertwine your fingers. Have your index fingers pointing up. Now press out of your legs if you can with your heels still off the ground. Slowly lower the heels, bring the arms back down. Beautiful. Let's try that again. First we raise the arms this time, intertwine the fingers and come up onto your toes. Keep reaching upwards as you slowly come down. I'm going to bring the hands onto the knees. Rest here for a moment. Stay there for a moment, just resting with your heels. I'm going to take the arms up, intertwine the fingers. One more time, coming up, press out of the feet with the heels off the ground. And then lower the heels down. One more, but this time we stay down. We don't come back up. So we go up, intertwine the fingers. See if you can come down. And then we stay here and bring the hands to the floor. Good. Do that little rocking if you can. And then from here, walk the hands forward a little bit more and then try and bring your heels towards the ground to see if you can step back as much as possible without using your hands. All the way to the bottom. Well done. Good job. Okay, stay there. Straighten out the legs. Raise your arms to the ceiling. Hinge one more time. It's nice to come back to this forward bend every now and then just to see where we're at with some of the other movements as the body eases a little bit more. Okay, raising the arms again, sitting tall, and then releasing down. We're going to take the right leg, tuck it in. So have the right thigh on the inside, the foot on the inside of your left thigh. So right leg tucked in, arms are up, and we're going to rotate. So your hand to the opposite knee, other hand behind. Create an up and a rotation. Now raise your right arm and then side bend. Lengthen into that right side of the body. Keep taking those breaths with that top arm reaching away. Feel a stretch from the hip all the way to the waist, to the ribs, out through the side body. We'll take one more breath like this. Then that hand comes back behind, raising your left arm up. Now lift up, push into the knee, push your hips forward, reach and push away and open the front body. Open up through the left hip. Open up through that left side of the body. Press into the bottom arm. And then bring it back down, raising both arms. You've still got that leg tucked in, that right foot still tucked in. And now reach forward. And then we come back up, reaching the arms, releasing down, switching sides. So both arms come up, breathing in. We'll go into the twist first. So opposite hand to the knee, lengthen the spine, rotating and holding. Nice big lift up. Then that hand comes off the floor, left arm up, and side bend. Now really extend out through the fingers. Like somebody's reaching and grabbing that top arm and pulling it away. One more breath like this. Ease that hand back down to the ground, raising your other arm up and lift up. Push the hips forward. So you're up onto your knee. Send your hips to the front. Stretch out through the fingers. And take another 2 breaths. Reach, extend. And then come down. Now raise both arms up and face a straight leg. And both arms come up, big reach, extending upwards, releasing the arms down. All right, so have a lie down onto your back for a second, hugging the knees to the chest. Do a little side to side, do a little check-in. And then place your feet on the ground, bringing your feet quite close to your bottom. Arms down alongside the body. Tilt the pelvis, lift the hips, come up into a bridge. And from the bridge, bring your hands together, intertwine the fingers, and rock onto your shoulder blades. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press down into the floor with the feet, lengthen through the spine, tuck the tailbone, and lift your hips nice and high and take the focus to the throat. So what we want to feel this time is a real lift, as if you're trying to get your chest closer to your throat. Your hips lift up. You press into the floor with the arms and feet. Keep a little tuck of the tailbone though, so you're not dumping into your lower back. And just keep that focus at the throat. One more breath. We're going to come back to this in a sec. Lift higher and then come all the way down. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. Now your option is to do the exact same pose, or come with me going into Viparit Karaniasana, which is the half shoulder stand. Now the shoulder stand, we sort of want to go straight up. The half shoulder stand, we've got an angle through the body. The torso and the legs are angled. So that's what we're going for in this one. Otherwise, go to the bridge that you just did. If you're coming with me, you're going to bring the legs up and over into plow. Then you take your hands to the back of your pelvis, and you want to let the pelvis come back into the hands a little bit. So you're resting into your hands. So you actually got about a 45-degree angle on the torso and the legs. Then we close the eyes. So you're welcome to stay with the bridge. Now here, focus the breath at the throat. And you can bring in the Ujjayi breath here, that slightly vibrating sound of the breath at the throat. Focusing here on Vishuddhi. Vishuddhi is the center of purification as well. So it's really nice to bring in Vishuddhi towards the end of the practice. And we slowly take the legs over the head. Stay there for a few breaths. And support the body. Hands on the floor as you slowly make your way down. Lie back in Shavasana. So just lie there with the palms turned up. Let it go for a moment or two, just really feeling into streaming of the energy. And we'll bring the right knee into the chest. So as you grab the right knee, pull it in nice and tight, then your opposite arm out to the side, and then take the leg across the body. As you exhale, you can turn your head and look in the opposite direction. And close your eyes and take your focus to the eyebrow center. We'll take another 2 breaths here. Come back to center, raising the leg to the ceiling. Just briefly, that hamstring stretch, raise it up. And then lower that leg down to the ground. Adjust yourself on the mat. And then bring the left knee into the chest. Opposite hand takes the leg across. You can roll into it. You can shuffle back a little. Close your eyes and come back to that eyebrow center awareness. So your eyes are closed. It's like you're looking at that eyebrow center and you feel a very subtle breath here. One more breath like this. Ease back to center, straighten out the leg, hamstring stretch. Take that leg down to the ground, reach back with both arms, take a big yawny stretch, and then make your way to a sitting position. Now feel free to grab a cushion or sit against couch or anything else. I'm going to stay sitting for a moment. So let's close the eyes again once you're settled in that position. Relaxing the face, relaxing the jaw, dropping the shoulders down. You can have your hands resting on your lap or on your knees, whatever feels good for you. And just take a couple of breaths, just breathing naturally, breathing in and out through the nose. Feel the movement of the breath at the belly. And take the focus to the spine and move the breath up and down the spine so your awareness travels up and down the spine. Now we're going to be taking a breath in up the spine, and then we're going to hum our breath out, keeping the focus within the head as if the humming vibration is within the head. And we do the humming with our fingers in our ears. Okay, so we're going to start by taking that breath in up the spine. And then you block your ears and hum the breath out like a humming bee. At the end of the hum, bring your hands back to your knees. Rest your hands on your knees. Your eyes are still closed. And we breathe in from the tailbone to the top of the spine. Breathing in. Hold the breath in as you block your ears. Elbows go wide, then hum the breath out. At the end of the hum, the hands come down. We rest the hands to the knees. The eyes are closed. We take a breath in, up through the center channel. We hold, we focus at the eyebrow center. At the center of the head, our fingers to the ears, hum the breath out. Hands come back down, and we do 2 more rounds from the base of the spine. Inhale all the way up. We hold and block, hum the breath out. One more time, breathing in. Last one here, breathing out. And And then come back down, rest the hands onto the knees or the lap, whatever feels good. Keep the eyes closed. And then from here, take the focus to the center of the head as if you're turning and looking back into the head. And from this space at the center of the head, travel your awareness down to your throat. Feel your focus at the throat. Breathing into the throat. Take the focus down into the center of the chest and feel like you're breathing into that space in the center of the chest. Move that focus down to the solar plexus area. And then move the focus to the sacral area. And then move the focus down to the base of the spine. And then take the focus to the body sitting. Feel and see your body as if you're standing outside looking at the body. See it sitting. And then move into the body again and feel the body. And from that space, feel the space you're sitting in, the walls around you, the room you're in, and feel it in relation to your body. And then soften the position, keep the eyes closed, take the arms out wide as you take a big breath in. The arms come out to the side, up overhead, bringing the hands into a prayer position. And then bring that prayer position down to the center of the head. Just lightly touch the forehead. A reminder, just keep coming back into that awareness, that inner knowing. And bring the hands down to the center of the chest. Bring your focus there. A reminder to have that heart-brain connection. Not just working from the brain, keep the heart open and communicating. Lowering the head down, open the eyes, lifting the gaze. And namaste.